You ask yourself, why me? How did I end up addicted?
It's a question Stephen Hill ponders till this very day. Now 6 years sober, he's sharing his story of opioid addiction and his incredible resiliency to overcome it and survive.
I know how lucky I am that I made it through and where I'm at today.
The journey has been a long one for the 27-year-old who revealed his addiction began at the age of 14. His drug of choice, OxyContin, a drug he says consumed his body, the need for it greater than the side effects of not having it.
I was in a hotel room throwing up. I couldn't even make it out of bed, shooting pains up and down your body.
And now he started an organization called Speak Sobriety, where Hill shares his story of recovery and his fight to battle addiction. He's even penned a memoir about his struggle. But as Journal News health investigative reporter David Robinson highlights in his profile of Stephen Hill, Hill is one of thousands who have fallen into repeated relapse. Robinson and Hill attribute that to the limited 28-day recovery offered for detox in the state of New York.
It's really that kind of revolving door issue that a lot of the providers kind of describe it as you're in, you're out, you get clean for a little bit, but then that drug pulls you back.
The opioid epidemic have swallowed rural and suburban communities all across the lower Hudson Valley, including the one we're standing in. 91 Americans die each day as a result of opioid abuse. And here in the state of New York, the number of opioid-related deaths have doubled between 2010 and 2015.
I believe it is the worst drug scourge this nation has ever faced.
Governor Andrew Cuomo in April of 2017 pledging New York is far ahead when it comes to the war on opioids.
What we did in this budget is we basically doubled the state's commitment in terms of resources. And that's what the $200 million represents.
But there are serious questions about that funding to combat opioid addiction, according to a Journal News Albany Bureau investigation.
It was presented as additional funding, but when you look underneath the hood, it's actually reshuffled money that was existing.
That reshuffled money is centered around the State Office of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Services, which monitors those funds. The investigation revealing the state is redirecting funds from other treatment programs. And according to its records, the budget for the agency only grew 1% between 2012 and 2018.
These are far insufficient amounts of money to fight something that is claiming hundreds, thousands of lives every year. So they're saying is that let's stop playing the politics and the budget gimmicks and start addressing this with the urgency that it needs.
The state says within the coming months it plans on opening an access center or urgent care center for addicts. There are already 400-plus beds that are in place, and the state says it also plans on providing an additional 130 treatment beds within this fiscal year. Steps all are hoping will end the ongoing war on opioids across this great empire state. In Westchester County, RGP OpioidInvestigation News.